Andrew, I had the most baffling conversation yesterday, and I just can't shake it. It's been replaying in my head all morning. My grammar was perfect, every single sentence structured flawlessly. I checked it later. But the person I was talking to, an American, looked at me like I'd just spoken a completely different language. It was so weird. I felt like I was speaking English, but they weren't hearing it.
Ah, Emma, welcome to SpeakCast English, where we tackle exactly that kind of moment. That feeling you just described? That's the classic, my English sounds weird even when the grammar is correct, problem. It's a pain point for so many learners, especially here in Vietnam. I see it often, and it's incredibly frustrating because you've put in all the hard work, right? You've learned the rules, you've memorized the vocabulary, and yet, there's still this invisible barrier.
Exactly. It's such a frustrating feeling, you know? I was just trying to ask for directions to a new coffee shop, this really trendy place I wanted to try. And I said, very politely, I thought, "Excuse me, may you please tell me the way to the cafe?" And the person just blinked at me for a second, like they were processing something completely alien. Then they kind of tilted their head and said, "Oh, you mean, can you tell me the way to the cafe?" And I was like, yes. That's what I said. But clearly, it wasn't. It was so embarrassing.
Oh, Emma, I can absolutely picture that moment. And it's a perfect example. Grammatically, "May you please tell me the way?" isn't incorrect. It's just not what a native speaker would typically say in that situation. It sounds a little too formal, a little too direct, almost like a command disguised as a question.
So it's not just about grammar then, is it? Because I really thought I had that covered. I spent years studying grammar books, doing exercises, making sure my verb tenses were right, my prepositions, everything.
You're hitting on the core of the issue, Emma. Grammar is foundational, absolutely essential. But it's just one piece of the puzzle. Think of it like building a house. Grammar is the frame, the walls, the roof. But what makes a house feel like a home? It's the furniture, the paint colors, the decorations, the way the light comes in. In language, those decorations are things like natural phrasing, intonation, rhythm, stress, and appropriate word choice. What we often call collocations, or idiomatic expressions.
Collocations? Idiomatic expressions? Okay, so it's not just what I say, but how I say it, and which words I choose to put together.
Precisely. Let's take your coffee shop example. "May you please tell me the way?" is grammatically sound, but "can you tell me the way?" or "could you tell me how to get to?" are far more common, more natural. The word may often implies permission, like, "May I go to the bathroom?" Not usually a request for ability or direction.
Ah, I see. So it's about using the right tool for the right job, even if other tools could technically work.
Exactly. And this isn't just about single words. It's about word partnerships. Native speakers often use words in fixed pairs or groups. We call these collocations. For instance, we say, "make a decision," not "do a decision." Or, "take a shower," not "have a shower," although "have a shower" is also common in British English, but "take a shower" is very American. And "heavy rain," not "strong rain."
Make a decision, take a shower, heavy rain. Okay, I think I get it. It's like words have best friends, and they like to hang out together.
That's a fantastic way to put it, Emma. Words have best friends. And when you use the wrong best friend, it just sounds off. Even if the meaning is clear. Another common one I hear from learners is, "I want to asterisk do a party," instead of, "I want to asterisk have a party," or "throw a party." Or, "I did a mistake," instead of, "I made a mistake."
Oh, I've definitely said, "do a mistake," before, and "do a party," too. It makes sense in my language, so I just translate directly. That's probably a big part of it, isn't it? Direct translation.
A huge part of it. Your brain is trying to be efficient, using the patterns it already knows. But English often has its own unique patterns. So, The first step to sounding more natural is to start noticing these word best friends, these collocations. Don't just learn individual words, try to learn them in phrases.
So, when I learn a new verb, I should try to find out what nouns it usually hangs out with.
Absolutely. When you learn, make, don't just learn, make. Learn, make a decision, make a mistake, make a noise, make an effort. When you learn, learn, take a break, take a picture, take a risk. This will instantly make your English sound more natural, even if you're still working on other areas.
That's a really practical tip. I usually just write down the word and its definition. This is a whole new way to think about vocabulary.
It is, and it leads us to another crucial element, intonation and stress. This is where the how you say it comes in. English isn't just a string of words, it's a melody. The way your voice rises and falls, and which words you emphasize, changes meaning and makes your speech flow naturally.
The melody? Like singing? I always thought English was quite flat compared to my language.
Not at all. Think about a simple sentence. I didn't say he stole the money. If I emphasize I, it means I didn't say it, but maybe someone else did. If I emphasize didn't, it means I definitely didn't say it. If I emphasize say, it means I didn't say it, but maybe I implied it or wrote it. If I emphasize he, it means I didn't say he stole it, but maybe someone else did. If I emphasize stole, it means I didn't say he stole it, maybe he just borrowed it. And if I emphasize money, it means I didn't say he stole the asterisk money, maybe he stole something else.
Wow, that's incredible. The same words, but completely different meanings just by changing which word you push harder on. I never thought about it like that. I usually just try to say all the words clearly and at the same volume.
And that's a very common habit for learners, especially from languages that are syllable timed, where each syllable gets roughly the same amount of stress. English, however, is a stress-timed language. We stress the important words, the content words like nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and we often reduce or glide over the less important words, the function words like prepositions, articles, conjunctions.
So, when I said, "Excuse me, may you please tell me the way to the cafe?" I probably stressed every single word equally, didn't I?
Most likely, and that's why it might have sounded a bit robotic or unnatural. A native speaker would naturally stress tell, way, and cafe, and the other words would be quicker, softer. Let's try a little shadowing exercise right now, just for this. Listen carefully to my intonation and rhythm, and then try to copy it exactly. Don't worry about understanding every single nuance, just try to mimic the sound.
Okay, I'm ready. This feels a bit like singing.
Good, that's a great way to think about it. Repeat after me. Can you tell me the way to the cafe?
Can you tell me the way to the cafe?
Excellent, you got the stress on tell and cafe really well. Try it again, and this time, really let your voice drop a little at the end of cafe. It's a question, but a polite one, so the intonation doesn't always rise sharply at the very end like a yes/no question.
Can you tell me the way to the cafe?
Much better. Do you hear how that sounds more natural, more like a request and less like a list of words?
I do. It feels different in my mouth too. It's like my tongue and lips are moving in a different way. This is fascinating.
That's because you're starting to engage the muscles in your mouth and throat in a new way, the way native speakers do. It's not just about knowing the words, it's about the physical act of producing them. And this brings us to the most powerful technique for overcoming this weird English problem: shadowing.
Shadowing? Is that like what we just did?
Exactly. Shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker and immediately try to repeat what they say, almost like an echo. You're not just repeating the words, you're trying to copy their rhythm, their intonation, their stress, their speed, and even their pronunciation. You're literally shadowing their speech.
So, I listen and then I speak at the same time, or just after.
Ideally, you try to speak asterisk at the same time or just a fraction of a second behind them. It forces you to focus on the sound in the flow, rather than getting stuck on individual words or grammar rules. It bypasses that analytical part of your brain and engages the more intuitive, musical part.
That sounds really hard, like trying to sing along to a song I don't know the lyrics to.
It can feel challenging at first, but it gets easier very quickly. And the benefits are immense. It helps you internalize those natural speech patterns, those collocations, that intonation, without even consciously thinking about them. It's how babies learn their first language, by mimicking sounds before they understand meaning.
So, where do I find things to shadow? Do I just pick any English speaker?
Great question. You want to choose material that's at or slightly above your current level, but not so difficult that you get completely lost. Podcasts like ours are perfect. TV shows, movies, YouTube videos, audiobooks, anything with clear audio and, ideally, a transcript so you can check the words later if you need to. Start with short clips, maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay, so I find a short clip. Then what?
First, listen to the clip a few times just to understand the general meaning. Don't worry about shadowing yet. Then, listen again, but this time, try to repeat what you hear, as closely as possible. Don't pause the audio, just keep going. It's okay if you miss words or stumble. The goal isn't perfection, it's imitation.
And I should focus on the rhythm and the up and down of the voice, not just the words?
Exactly. Focus on the music of the language. How quickly do they say certain words? Which words do they stretch out? Where do they pause? Where does their voice go up, and where does it go down? This is where you start to pick up those natural speech habits.
I can see how that would help with the, "may you please tell me," problem. If I had shadowed someone asking for directions, I would have naturally picked up, "can you tell me?"
Precisely. It's like learning to dance by watching and imitating a dancer, rather than just reading a book about dance steps. You're building muscle memory for your mouth and ears.
So, let's try another one. Give me a common phrase, and I'll try to shadow it.
Okay, let's try something simple that often gets mispronounced or has tricky intonation. How about, "How's it going?"
How's it going?
Good start. Now, try to make it a bit quicker, and really connect those words. How's it going? Almost like one word, and the G in going is very soft.
How's it going?
Excellent. Do you feel how that flows more smoothly? That's the rhythm of natural speech. We don't always pronounce every single sound perfectly distinctly, especially in casual conversation. We link words, we reduce sounds.
I definitely feel it. It's like my mouth is getting a workout. This is really eye-opening. I always thought I just needed to learn more vocabulary and more grammar rules.
And those are important, but they're not the asterisk-only things. Think about it. A native speaker doesn't consciously think about grammar rules when they're speaking. They've internalized the patterns. Shadowing helps you do the same. It's about building intuition.
So, if I do this regularly, I'll start to sound more natural without even trying?
That's the goal. It's not a magic bullet, but consistent shadowing, even just 10 to 15 minutes a day, can make a huge difference over time. You'll start to notice these patterns in other English you hear, and you'll find yourself naturally using them in your own speech.
What if I don't understand all the words in the clip I'm shadowing? Should I stop and look them up?
For shadowing, the primary goal is to mimic the asterisk sound and rhythm. So, if you don't understand every word, that's okay. You can always go back and look up words later. But during the shadowing itself, try to keep going. Don't let a single unknown word break your flow. It's about training your mouth and ears, not just your brain.
That makes sense. It's like practicing a musical instrument. You don't stop every time you hit a wrong note. You keep playing to get the feel of the piece.
Exactly. And another thing to consider is the asterisk register or formality of your language. Your, "may you please tell me the way," was grammatically correct but too formal for a casual street interaction.
Oh, yes. I've definitely had moments where I felt like I was speaking like a robot from a textbook. Like, instead of saying, "I'm really tired," I might say, "I am experiencing considerable fatigue."
That's a perfect example. I am experiencing considerable fatigue is perfectly correct, but it sounds like something you'd read in a medical report, not something you'd say to a friend. I'm really tired, or I'm exhausted, or I'm wiped out, are far more natural in a casual setting.
So, it's about choosing the right level of formality for the situation. How'd I learn that?
Again, shadowing helps immensely because you're hearing language in context. But also, pay attention to the situations where you hear certain phrases. If you're watching a casual conversation between friends, notice the words they use. If you're listening to a news report, notice the more formal language. Over time, you'll develop an instinct for it. For example, instead of, I desire to eat pizza, which is grammatically fine, you'd hear, I want to eat pizza, or I'd love some pizza. Or instead of, it is raining heavily, which is also correct, you'd often hear, it's pouring, or it's raining cats and dogs. If it's really coming down.
Raining cats and dogs. That's an idiom, right? So, I need to learn those too?
Yes, idioms are another layer of naturalness. They're phrases where the meaning isn't obvious from the individual words. Raining cats and dogs doesn't mean animals are falling from the sky. It means it's raining very heavily. Learning common idioms, and more importantly, when and how to use them, will make your English sound much more authentic. But don't try to force them into every conversation. Start with understanding them, then gradually try to incorporate a few common ones.
This is a lot to take in, Andrew, but it all makes so much sense. It's like I've been focusing on the individual bricks, but not how to build the wall, or how to make the wall look nice.
That's a brilliant analogy, Emma. And the good news is, you're already doing the hard work of learning the bricks. Now it's about learning the artistry of putting them together. And shadowing is your masterclass in that artistry.
So, to recap, I need to pay attention to collocations, words that are best friends. I need to listen for intonation and stress, the melody of English. And I need to practice shadowing, mimicking native speakers' rhythm and flow. And also, be mindful of the formality of my language.
You've got it perfectly summarized. And remember, this isn't about erasing your accent or trying to sound exactly like a native speaker. It's about making your English clear, natural, and easy for others to understand, so your message gets across without any weird blinks or tilted heads. It's about effective communication, not imitation.
That's a relief. I don't want to lose my accent entirely. I just want to be understood without confusion.
Exactly. Your accent is part of who you are. The goal is intelligibility and naturalness within that. Think of it as fine-tuning your instrument.
So, for our listeners, what's the challenge for today? How can they start applying this?
Great question, Emma. Here's your challenge. SpeakCasters. For the next 24 hours, find a short audio clip, maybe a minute or two, from a podcast, a YouTube video, or a scene from a TV show. Listen to it a few times for general understanding. Then, for at least 10 minutes, practice shadowing that clip. Don't worry about perfection. Just try to mimic the rhythm, the intonation, and the speed as closely as you can. Do it multiple times.
And don't forget to pay attention to those word best friends, the collocations. Maybe even pick out one or two new collocations from your shadowing clip and try to use them in a sentence later today.
Fantastic addition, Emma. That's a double challenge. Shadow, and then identify and use a new collocation. It's all about active listening and active speaking.
This has been incredibly helpful, Andrew. I feel like I have a much clearer path now to sounding more natural. No more, may you please tell me the way to the cafe, for me?
That's the spirit. It's a journey, but with consistent practice, you'll notice a huge difference.
Okay, before we go, let's quickly lock in the most important phrases from today.
We talked about collocations, words that are best friends. Like, make a decision, or take a shower.
And intonation, and stress, the melody of English, how your voice rises and falls and which words you emphasize.
And of course, shadowing, listening and repeating immediately to mimic the rhythm and flow of native speech.
Choose just one and use it today. Even in a text message. That counts as practice.
Alright, that's a wrap for today. Seriously though, which part of this felt most real to you? Was it the, "may you please tell me," moment, the idea of word best friends, or the power of shadowing?
Drop your answer in the comments. And if this helped you, like this video and subscribe. We post new episodes every single day.
Okay, before we go, let's quickly lock in the most important phrases from today.
Choose just one and use it today. Even in a text message. That counts as practice.
This has been SpeakCast English. Thanks for listening. Keep practicing, keep pushing, and we'll see you in the next one.